Sometimes moving to a new country can mean giving up one way of life for another, but it can also be a chance to see old traditions thrive in a land of new opportunities. Tonight, we turn to the Bulgarian-Americans. We'll visit members of their community to catch a glimpse of their story. We'll enjoy a taste of their culture and its hospitality. And we'll join a number of families as they prepare the next generation for the promise of the future. All this right now on World in America. The story of Bulgarian-Americans begins, of course, in the land of their ancestors. Once home to the ancient Thracians, today's Republic of Bulgaria lies in the heart of southeastern Europe. Bordered by Romania, Serbia, the Republic of Macedonia, Greece, and Turkey, it's a country full of contrasts. In a short distance, the warm Black Sea coast rises to meet the jagged peaks of the Balkan Mountains. In the capital, Sofia, residents live among office towers and cathedrals, while in the country, villagers carefully preserve age-old traditions. The majority of the people in Bulgaria speak Bulgarian, a Slavic language, and are Orthodox Christians. Muslims, Jews, and members of other faiths have also enjoyed a long and harmonious history there. In the United States, Bulgarian-Americans hold on to their distinct heritage. Proud to be Americans, many say they are equally proud of their Bulgarian roots. Ambassador Dr. Nikolai Milkov heads the Bulgarian Consulate General in New York City. His office provides cultural services and support to Bulgarian-Americans in at least 9 states. Ambassador Milkov explains how Bulgarians first came to the U.S.
I could define 2 main periods of Bulgarian migration to the United States. First, it was the period starting in the beginning of the 19th century and ending to the Second World War. Some of them live the turmoil of the Balkans. You know our common history there, many wars, many problems in the past, and difficulties for having a dignity of life from time to time in some historical periods.
The late 19th and early 20th centuries were a stormy period in Bulgarian history. During this time, a series of European wars and internal conflicts drove large numbers of Bulgarians to the United States. The second wave of migration came decades later, when the communist rule in Bulgaria began to crumble.
In the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, it was a huge second wave of Bulgarian migration to the United States. The people that have been stopped previously to travel at all outside of Bulgaria try to find also some better opportunities for them and their families. And here in the United States, they found such opportunities.
Recently, most immigrants from Bulgaria have been young, qualified professionals eager to make a new start. The Yanchev family, now of Brooklyn, New York, came to the U.S. more than 7 years ago. Thinking back, Mrs. Dimitrinka Yanchev says, their journey to America began with a dream.
The first impression of the American dream was the American movies. And at that time, probably American dream is like having a house with 2 cars in front and a family get together for all the holidays and all the occasions that they're having, and having a happy family, having a great time.
Adjusting to life in the U.S. was tough at first, but Mrs. Yanchev says her family is happy with the lifestyle and opportunities they now enjoy. She and her husband, Christopher Yanchev, a landscape architect, work and raise their son, Stephen, together with the help of Dimitrinka's mother, Todorka Kostova. Active members of the Bulgarian community, the Yanchevs keep to the values and customs of their people, especially on holidays. In their careers, they're like many Bulgarian-Americans who have found success across the country.
In some areas, for instance, Seattle, they are involved, or Los Angeles, they are involved mostly in high-tech industries. In Boston and in New York, they are involved in financial sector. We have also many people dealing with different arts here in New York City area. Mainly musicians, but as well as dancers, singers and painters as well.
According to Ambassador Milkov, large-scale migration to the U.S. has now ended. On January 1, 2007, the Republic of Bulgaria officially joined the European Union. Many Bulgarians living abroad are returning home. In the United States, the Bulgarian-American population numbers at least 200,000. Many of them are immigrants who say the benefits of living in America outweigh the challenges.
All of us living in the United States know that there are difficulties when changing the country of origin, changing the culture, changing the environment. Of course there are difficulties, but at the same time I may say that the difficulties here in the United States are not too big, because the United States, this is a melting pot, as we mentioned many times. So coming to the United States, the Bulgarians meet not only United States and America, they meet the whole world. All of the people living here in the United States are also members of their respective community.
Like every other community in the U.S., Bulgarian-Americans stand ready to share a culture uniquely their own. In Chicago and New York, for instance, traditional Bulgarian cooking is quickly winning fans. So, what's Bulgarian cuisine famous for?
Probably is the feta cheese and the yogurt. Maybe one of the salad, they call it shopska salata.
Well, if I close my eyes and if you ask me about the Bulgarian cuisine, I'll say Bulgarian feta cheese, shopska salad, banica, which is a cheese pie, but we are calling the cheese pie banica in Bulgaria. And actually I prepare some of the stuff that they are really Bulgarian traditional dishes, and I can show it to you and I can introduce them. I want you to introduce one of the most popular Bulgarian food. This is a tripe soup. Usually we are eating a tripe soup with a vinegar and garlic, just a little bit, and a hot pepper as well. And it's really delicious. I really like it. Actually, I came to United States 10 years ago with my family, my husband and my 2 children. And it was very difficult for us because we didn't have any Bulgarian place where we can go to, meet with other friends, with other Bulgarian people. That's why I got the idea to open a Bulgarian place, Bulgarian restaurant. And my idea was that I can, keep the Bulgarian traditions in one place and make the people enjoy the Bulgarian food and, the atmosphere too. This is a shopska salad, one of the most popular salad in Bulgaria. It's a vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, onion, olives, and Bulgarian feta cheese. This is a shepherd salad. It's almost the same, just the small difference is that we are using a Bulgarian yellow cheese instead of the Bulgarian feta cheese. Then we have a bean salad here. It's a Bulgarian white bean with Bulgarian spices and onion. And we have two salads over there. One is white snow salad. The special thing here is the Bulgarian yogurt that we are using. And then the eggplant, it's just a spread vegetables with Bulgarian spices. Here in Bulgaria restaurant, I can say that we have the small Bulgarian in New York City, you know. We are speaking Bulgarian, like I said. We are hearing Bulgarian music, we have a Bulgarian television, and I really want to keep this part, you know, in my heart. We don't have to forget where we are coming from. This is a small sample of the Bulgarian cuisine. Enjoy it. Bon appetit. In Bulgarian words, dobar appetit.
Where they're coming from, of course, is Bulgaria, a country steeped in tradition. Along with the customs, rhythms, and colors of everyday life, it's music and dance that hold a special place in the Bulgarian heart. Over the centuries, numerous forms of classical and folk traditions have evolved to express the spirit of the people. The different styles of Bulgarian folk dance represent the diversity of the country, with moves explosive or easygoing, calm or energetic. The dancers demonstrate the characteristics of each region. This dance hails from the area around Sofia. As residents of Bulgaria's largest city, the people of Sofia are famous for their energy, impatience, and a strong sense of humor. The dancers attempt to keep their bodies off the ground. It's said to symbolize these traits. Forceful leaps are said to be more common in this style. Dances from the Varna region contrast considerably with those from Sofia. Here, the movements express a carefree spirit. It's anything goes. In their joy, the dancers even grab tablespoons and raise them into the air. Back in the United States, Bulgarian-Americans have not lost their connection to their roots or the joys of their culture.
There are many ways of the Bulgarian community to preserve their identity, and it could not be described in a couple of sentences.
Навдигай, че имаш нови папуце, папуце, те да събарим твоине, твоине, а пък те са.
My mother is a big help in aspect when we're going to the Bulgarian school. She's very active there. She tries to promote the Bulgarian songs, you know, to celebrate all the Bulgarian traditions, especially Christmas time.
Те да събарим твоине, твоине, а пък те са, Chinkine sodrane.
All over the centuries, it was the language that defined the Bulgarian community the best. The Bulgarians here in New York and in the United States tried to preserve the language first of all. So there are very many Bulgarian schools here in the United States trying to teach the children in Bulgarian, which is maybe the most important identifying factor for the Bulgarian community in the United States and all over the world as well.
Ние говорим само за съгласни. Звучни, беззвучни, това са само съгласни. Погледнете, има ли пропусната звучна съгласна от тази таблица, която имахме миналия път в учебник?
My name is Aneta Katsarova. I'm a teacher. I teach Bulgarian language. In this school, for me it's third year in this school. In my country, in Bulgaria, I teach 7 years.
Aneta Katsarova teaches at the Bulgarian Language School run by the Consulate General in New York. The school provides instruction for all the primary and secondary grades and is the only one in the United States to offer graduates a diploma valid back in Bulgaria. Classes are held on Sundays, but the local community says it's more than a part-time commitment. The school sponsors cultural events and even a children's choir. The students themselves can tell you why it's important.
I want to come to Bulgarian school because I want to learn my language, the language that my parents learn, and like if I go back to my country, I want to know how to speak it.
Bulgarian culture is important to me and I like speaking Bulgarian.
I want to learn my language and learn how to write better and read.
It's cool, it's nice.
Това ли са всички беззвучни? Аз не съм сигурна.
О, не.
Аз не съм сигурна. Пепи?
Къде ще?
There is a difference between the little kids and the elder ones because the little kids are definitely and obviously coming here following a decision of the parents. They are not able to take this decision for themselves.
I want to come here because I want to be great at Bulgarian, but sometimes my parents make me come here too.
Well, mostly I want to come here, and sometimes when I want to sleep because it's a Sunday morning and we went out on Saturday, I mostly want to stay home, but my parents make me come here sometimes.
My parents wanted me to come here, but it turns out that Bulgarian school is good.
Some of them are really very enthusiastic in studying Bulgarian culture, traditions and language because we have also another form of dealing with children. This is the Bulgarian Corps, Children's Corps here at the consulate.
My name is Krasibira Ivanchev, and I'm a conductor of the Bulgarian chorus here in the Bulgarian Embassy. We're getting ready for our Christmas concert, and it takes big devotion. The children come here every Sunday and with their parents, and then spend like 2 or 3 hours working together. They feel very very comfortable. They feel that it's very important for them, and for most of them it's very difficult to be here every Sunday because they come from many different places far away from here. But that's really very nice of them and their parents to bring them here every Sunday. Most of the children are born here or they came here many years ago. So the meaning of getting them together here is very important because this is the way how they can learn about our traditions and to keep their Bulgarian roots and spirit.
We still have here these 200,000 people, and we will try to make them happy here as much as we can, to contribute for their accommodation here in the United States, to contribute for their quality of life here by providing all the necessary services to them, by helping them organizing themselves here in the United States, and by keeping the links between them and the country of origin live and productive.